Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So a new Lunalight support, so let's take a look. As expected, right? Was this not like revealed or I don't know. Anyway, it's solid support. They got a new fusion which searches perfume, you know, their monster reborn plus graveyard search effect. Not once per turn, by the way, keep that in mind. Outside of that, it's a new level 6, so obviously you can work towards like Fiendsmith, etc. Obviously that's an option, but I don't think people, you know, are waiting on that particular build, but again, it's an option. Two main deck monsters. One of is a level 4, which is the Stratos. A Stratos like search, one monster, and then discard a card, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But that triggers the potential extra effects of your Lunalight, so it could be important to discard Martin, right, to get another search, a spell search that searches the continuous spell. The continuous spell is basically a foolish burial for the archetype. Plus, as soon as you fusion summon, you can use its effect, get back a poly from the graveyard, and then if you poly again during the later in the turn, you can banish the materials from your graveyard as well. Could be okay. But you're also running, what is it, Lunalight Wolf, the one that has the capability to banish the materials from the graveyard, to go for the big boy, you know, your new Towers Masterpiece fusion, which is unaffected by card effects. Any other card effects other than Lunalight, I think. So I think my end board is, you know, obviously play through interruptions. You know how Lunalight is somewhat decent at playing through disruptions, like stuff like Veil or Imperm, definitely go for that on Gold, the new one, level 4. They also got the new level 3 with special summons from the deck, etc. But that blocks you into Lunalights as long as that monster stays face up on the field. Keep that in mind. So basically fusion summon, unless you bounce it with Martin, for example. So what I was saying, my end board basically is Masquerina into Lunalight, Baguska, and the big fusion. The big fusion again is unaffected by other card effects other than Lunalight, so the big fusion is basically a butler, very similar to Prankets. What is it? Send a fusion from your extra deck to the graveyard to destroy all special summon monsters from your opponent. So again, it fuels your fusion, so I guess you could maybe main deck a more heavy fusion build, or a fusion heavy build. Like in the old school, well, if I remember correctly, like Lunalights, Orcus days, it was more so a rank 4 XC deck, not really a fusion deck, right? But the extra deck is super tight with only 15 cards. I like Dugaris. Dugaris to reborn Gold. Gold already has used its first effect, you know, search and discard. But the second effect is also important, you know, with like the interactions. Whenever once, like a monster is sent to the graveyard, what is it, to activate the card effect, you can get back that monster from the graveyard. So what you can do is, let's say, search the, what is it, sheep, discard sheep to search poly, and then trigger Gold to get back sheep. That's nice. That's really nice. So let's see. Okay, yeah, the fusion can bounce one face up, and then you can special summon a Lunalight from the hand, which is basically another dump of your what is the Armageddonite one? You know which one I mean. Chick. Galeno Chick, yes. Basically fueling your graveyard for more fusions, because the new level 3 Silver, what is it? Also has a graveyard negation effect. But you need to banish a fusion from the graveyard as well, which again for this deck is not that hard. So my end board is basically the same. Masquerina, Lunalight, Baguska. If they have an out for Baguska, you still have the pop plus potential hand traps and Lunalight. That's pretty solid. But I mean, okay, I was about to say Book of Eclipse, but Eclipse again only hits Baguska, Imperm only hits Baguska. So there's still Masquerina, Lunalight, and, you know, the big pop of your fusion. So that's fine, especially for a deck that could potentially just flat out go second, maybe. You know, Lunalight OTK, like way back in the day. I think I used the Dugaris, so you're, what is it, forced to skip your main phase 1, I think? Yeah, but it doesn't really matter, right? Again, if they're able to out Baguska, there is still the, what is it, the Evil Swarm one, Nightmare. Okay, yeah, go first, go second. Get Impermed. Oh, that's a thing. With this deck, I feel, even though there wasn't that much time to test, I felt that whenever my opponent like Impermed or Veilered or negated my Gold, this one from triggering, especially Veiler to negate basically the entire effect, whenever, you know, it stays face up on the field, that really hurts. It really hurts the deck. So that's why Dugaris is there to potentially reborn Gold, if it's worth it, right? So tanky for sheep, yep. And this is the play I was talking about. Discard sheep, search body. Use gold to get back sheep. Sheep discard for something else, maybe? Or use it for the fusion summon. Ah, Martin, that's perfect. So now we can discard Martin to search the spell. The spell is okay, not so sure if I really want to. I think it's just fine as a one-off. So we Born Chick. Again, we're basically working towards the same end board as I've mentioned multiple times before through double hand trap. Keep that in mind. That's fairly strong. Board wipe plus potential. Ah, no, okay, I used every card. I mean, that's this deck, right? It's full engine, full gas. Get body back for potential discard cost if needed. I don't think it's needed. The book is there, so they can still play. They had Exit Risal as well. But yeah, that basically forces out the Little Knight, so that's fine. We can just banish Exit. We still have the fusion to pop, but is that going to be enough? That might actually be enough. We see the new Risal in hand, and they already used up their normal summon, right? I think so. Did they? Huh. What did they do? Not so sure. So here again, I was forced to directly go to the battle phase, and I mean, we can just play during main phase too. Go for Perfume. Chain? Yeah, dodge the Veiler, go for Perfume, and this. We can go for Nightmare. We can basically end on the same board, almost the same board. There is no way they can plow through that, right? So Scoop phase should be entered in a few moments. So really solid. Again, like those nifty plays. Anyway, going second. So we imperm the Sage. Null Charmy for a +1, I think. Blue Eyes from deck and then one extra deck summon. So okay, we have to play against Bestials. Bestials, of course, are heavy against this deck. Are superb against this deck. But, Konami is slowly limiting them. Anyway. Tankies. Tanky might just be a 2-off. Because it's searchable off of Tiger King, but it's a strong searcher at the same time. But Droll is important. Droll is big against this deck. Not so sure. Anyway, Goods. Goods maybe 2-off? I don't know. Sending the Trap. The Trap is a hero lifts, but needs a discard. So let's see. The problem is there are interruptions, there are hand traps. We can revive the banished Martin. Potentially force out a the only interruption I guess left as we see. Prevent Zephyros from being searched. The Zephyros could have been nice. Discard from the Perfume. So we go for Dugaris. Draw 2, discard 1. To have 1, discard. But we draw the Fusion, so that's perfect. Very similar to Shadow Fusion, we can use 1 material from the deck. What is it if your opponent controls an extra deck summoned monster? So again, same combo. Discard sheep, get back sheep, search poly. You know the play. So we are going to use Little Knight in a few moments. And here I was talking about, I don't think you're locked into fusion summoning, so again, Caesar is an option. Fiendsmith is an option, obviously. But, I mean, if you want. So let's see, basically the same end board. Yeah, you have the poly to discard. I think Bakushka. Bakushka, again, we can play under Bakushka, Little Knight, Bakushka, and the big towers one. For big pop, yeah, sacrifice some damage here, I guess. What is it? Little Knight prevents direct damage, but I need a fusion in the graveyard for silver, I think. Bestial doesn't matter, Typhon doesn't matter, you can just attack over it. Yups, and don't forget the double attack, that's important. Again, I think I was forced to skip main phase 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? Last one. Going first, but you see that this deck is super weak to Droll. Weak Droll. Again, I tried to go for gold first. Maybe there are ways to potentially force out interruptions and then commit gold. Might be a way. But yeah, double hand trap is the Droll. Droll is enough. That prevents everything. Prevents all my plays. So I can't do anything. Maybe not overthinking, but wishful thinking with the Ash on exit. But the engine got hit. Somewhat hit in the TCG. I guess here going for damage, I guess. You're sacrificing 1 material for the Risal Detonator. But the problem here, Detonator, power creeps this entire deck. Everything activates, tanky. Yeah, Tiger, that's not going to work against Detonator. So that's a problem, obviously. It is what it is. So really cool support. Definitely has potential. But somewhat, the routes are important. The combo lines are important for this deck. somewhat tough. Yeah, it's sometimes really tough. So feel free to leave suggestions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, leave them signing out. Peace.